In a small village, surrounded by green mountains and bamboo forests, there lived a kind old man named Sanuki no Miyako. He was a humble bamboo cutter, who spent his days walking through the forest, listening to the gentle rustle of the bamboo leaves and the soft songs of the birds. Sanuki loved his simple life, and he found joy in the beauty of nature that surrounded him. One day, while walking through the forest, he noticed a strange, glowing light coming from a bamboo stalk. As he approached the stalk, the light grew brighter, and Sanuki felt a sense of wonder. He carefully cut the bamboo, and inside, he found a tiny, delicate girl, no bigger than his thumb. The girl was dressed in a soft, white kimono, and her hair was as black as the night sky. Sanuki was amazed and gently picked up the little girl, cradling her in his hands. He decided to take her home to his wife, and as they walked, the girl began to grow, slowly, until she was the size of a normal baby. Sanuki's wife, Anna, was overjoyed when she saw the little girl, and she welcomed her into their home with open arms. They named the girl Kaguya, which means shining or radiant, because of the light that surrounded her when Sanuki found her. Kaguya grew up in the village, surrounded by the love of Sanuki and Anna, and the beauty of nature. She was a curious and gentle child, with a heart full of wonder and a smile that could light up the darkest room. As Kaguya grew, she began to notice the small things in life, like the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves of the trees, or the sound of the river flowing gently through the village. She would spend hours sitting by the river, watching the water flow, and listening to the songs of the birds. Sanuki and Anna loved Kaguya dearly, and they did their best to teach her all about the world around her. They showed her the beauty of the forest, and the kindness of the people in the village. Kaguya's days were filled with laughter and joy, as she explored the world around her. She would help Anna with the household chores, and Sanuki would take her on walks through the forest, pointing out the different plants and animals that lived there. At night, they would sit together by the fire, and Sanuki would tell stories of his adventures in the forest. Kaguya loved these stories, and she would listen with wide eyes, feeling as though she was right there with Sanuki, walking through the trees and listening to the rustle of the leaves. The village was a peaceful place, where everyone knew and loved each other. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of children's laughter. Kaguya felt happy and content in this beautiful place, surrounded by the people and the nature she loved. As the sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow over the village, Kaguya would feel her eyes getting sleepy, and she would snuggle up close to Anna, feeling safe and loved. The stars would begin to twinkle in the night sky, and the world would grow quiet, as if it too were getting ready for a peaceful sleep. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Sanuki decided to take Kaguya on a special walk. He wanted to show her the beauty of the forest at night. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets provided a soothing background melody. Kaguya's eyes sparkled with excitement as she walked hand in hand with Sanuki. The moon was full, casting a silver glow over the forest, making the trees look like sentinels guarding the night. Sanuki pointed out the different constellations in the sky, telling Kaguya stories about the mythical creatures that lived among the stars. As they walked, they came across a small clearing, and in the center of it stood an old, gnarled tree. Sanuki told Kaguya that this was a special tree, one that was said to have healing properties. The tree was covered in soft, white moss, and its branches seemed to stretch out like arms, inviting them to come closer. Kaguya felt drawn to the tree, and she reached out to touch its trunk. As she did, she felt a sense of peace wash over her, as if the tree was sharing its wisdom with her. Sanuki smiled, seeing the look of wonder on Kaguya's face. "This tree is special," he said. "It has seen many seasons come and go, and it has learned the secrets of the forest." Kaguya looked up at Sanuki, her eyes shining with curiosity. "What secrets does it know?" she asked. Sanuki chuckled. "Ah, my dear, the tree knows the secrets of the heart. It knows how to heal the sick, and how to bring peace to the troubled mind." Kaguya's eyes grew wide with amazement. She felt as though she was learning a great truth, one that would stay with her forever. As they stood there, a soft breeze rustled the leaves of the tree, and Kaguya felt as though she was being given a gentle hug. The next day, Kaguya decided to explore the village on her own. She walked through the streets, greeting the people she met along the way. Everyone smiled and waved, happy to see the little girl who had brought so much joy to their lives. Kaguya felt happy and content, knowing that she was loved by the people around her. She came across a small shop, filled with beautiful fabrics and colorful threads. The owner, an old woman named Hannah, greeted Kaguya warmly. "Welcome, little one," she said. "I have just the thing for you." Hannah showed Kaguya a beautiful piece of silk, woven with intricate patterns and colors. Kaguya's eyes grew wide with delight. "This is beautiful," she said. Hannah smiled. "I'm glad you like it. I made it myself, using the threads of the silkworms that live in the forest." Kaguya spent the rest of the day with Hannah, learning about the art of weaving and the secrets of the silkworms. As the sun began to set, Kaguya said goodbye to Hannah, promising to return the next day. She walked back to her home, feeling happy and fulfilled. Sanuki and Auna were waiting for her, smiling and eager to hear about her day. Kaguya told them about her adventures, about the tree and the shop, and about the people she had met. Sanuki and Auna listened, happy to see their little girl growing and thriving in the village. As they sat together, the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, and the world grew quiet, as if it too were getting ready for a peaceful sleep. Kaguya felt her eyes getting sleepy, and she snuggled up close to Auna, feeling safe and loved. The night was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets provided a soothing lullaby, rocking Kaguya into a deep and peaceful sleep. The next morning, Kaguya woke up feeling refreshed and happy. She stretched her arms and yawned, feeling the warmth of the sun shining through the window. Anna was already up, preparing breakfast in the kitchen. The smell of fresh rice and steaming vegetables filled the air, making Kaguya's stomach feel hungry. Sanuki was sitting on the porch, sipping a cup of tea and watching the birds sing in the trees. Kaguya joined him, feeling the cool morning breeze on her face. "Good morning, Papa," she said, giving him a hug. Sanuki smiled and hugged her back. "Good morning, my dear. Today is a special day. We're going to visit the river." Kaguya's eyes sparkled with excitement. She loved the river, with its gentle flow and soothing sound. She quickly finished her breakfast, and then she and Sanuki set out on their journey. The walk to the river was peaceful, with the sound of birds singing and the rustle of leaves in the trees. Kaguya felt happy and carefree, enjoying the beauty of nature around her. When they arrived at the river, Kaguya saw that it was calm and serene, reflecting the blue sky above. She sat down on the bank, feeling the warm sun on her face and the cool water on her toes. Sanuki sat down beside her, and together they watched the river flow. The sound of the water was like music, gentle and soothing. Kaguya felt her heart fill with peace, and she knew that this was a moment she would always treasure. As they sat there, a fish swam by, its scales shining in the sunlight. Kaguya giggled with delight, feeling happy and content. The sun began to shine brightly, warming the air and making the world feel alive. But as the day wore on, the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the landscape. Kaguya and Sanuki sat in silence, watching the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky. The world grew quiet, as if it too were getting ready for a peaceful sleep. Kaguya felt her eyes getting sleepy, and she snuggled up close to Sanuki, feeling safe and loved. The sound of the river grew fainter, and the stars shone brighter in the sky. The world was at peace, and Kaguya was at the center of it all, surrounded by love and beauty. As the darkness deepened, Kaguya's breathing slowed, and she fell into a deep and peaceful sleep. The river whispered its final lullaby, and the stars twinkled like diamonds in the sky. The world was still, and Kaguya was at rest, surrounded by the love and peace of the village. In the silence, Sanuki smiled, feeling grateful for this moment of perfect peace. He wrapped his arms around Kaguya, holding her close, and let the stillness of the night wash over him. The darkness was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets provided a soothing background hum, a reminder that even in sleep, the world was still alive and beautiful. And as the night wore on, everything became quiet and still, like a painting frozen in time, a moment of perfect peace and beauty, forever preserved in the heart of the village.